2 years ago, I almost died. And now I have the same symptoms on my chest that I had back then as well. And it made me a little bit scared. So last week I went to the hospital and luckily everything was okay. My heart, my blood worked, my urine worked, everything was fine. But let me tell you about this time that I almost died, because it was because one thought, one choice basically. For years and years I felt really bad, like because of trauma work, healing, and with coaching and all like holistic things and this and that, I kind of healed myself, rebirthing, breath work, nutrition. At the time I started feeling worse. I kind of thought, this is just the same thing. It's just the same thing, and I just have to work through this. And some of my symptoms in 2022 were like I couldn't walk the stairs, I couldn't cycle. Capoeira playing for a long time was really, I couldn't really. Physically I couldn't do much. But I thought, this is normal. This is just part of my healing path, and let's just walk it, and I know what to do. But in the meantime, I was losing blood per week 4 or 5 times in the toilet. And I knew this, just because I hold on to so much anger. I just have to do some sessions, some feeling, and then, I'm good. Then I'm good to go. I think this went on for 4, 5, 6 years. And the bleeding, when I expressed my emotions, when I had less tension in my body, the bleeding would stop. So for me, that was a sign that my my method would actually help. But then I started to look really pale and yellow, and people said, you should go and visit a doctor, and I didn't, until I went to work at the university. When I applied for the job, when I did my interview, I couldn't walk the stairs. I had to stop for like 5 times before I could actually be there, and I took the elevator. And for all this time, I thought, let's just work through it. Let's just, you have to be strong and just work through it. And just even telling this, just even mentioning this and sharing this story, it feels a bit awkward, because it's so dumb what I did. It's so dumb. It's just one tiny thought that cost me at uni when I worked there. Like on one day, no, it was 2 days, people start saying, "Hey Arnold, you look really pale, yellow. You should do something." And the third time someone told me this, I actually started to listen, and I thought, okay, you know what, you're right. I do feel kind of bad, and yes, let me go to a doctor. I cannot breathe so well, and let's just find out what this is. So then I went to the doctor. So he just sent me right away to the hospital and emergency, and they were shocked. They were shocked to see me like this, and they got the blood work done, and they found that I had a hemoglobin level of 2.1. Normal for men is 8, 9. Hemoglobin is an indicator for your iron level, right? It plays a part in the forming of red blood cells, and red blood cells, they carry oxygen, and therefore if you have not enough hemoglobin, you basically don't have enough oxygen. So, 7 is low, 6 is low, 5 is really extremely low. Now 4 is crazy low, and I had 2.1. What? And so it's almost fatal, and my heart just didn't get the oxygen that it needed. Hence I could not walk, hence I could not cycle. It's just, it's crazy. And I just kept on going. I kept on going. Why? Because I learned that. That's what I thought I should do. Pushing through, working hard, and just killing yourself, and heart pounding and stress, and not being able to move physically. It was just, it was my iron level, my hemoglobin level. So when they concluded like, oh, your iron level or your hemoglobin is really low, you have to get the blood from someone else, you have to get a blood transfusion. I said, what? Blood from someone else? No. I thought about COVID and all the vaccines and all that stuff, so I didn't want blood from someone else. Was it healthy blood? I don't know. So then, with how stubborn am I? I took like 5 days. I researched I didn't have the brain capacity, didn't have the energy, but I thought, I'm not drinking someone's blood when I don't know what that is, what is it, healthy or not, or what is this? But then I also had to start the job, and because I had to feed my family, so I had to get that job. I had to become physically able to at least walk the stairs, teach classes, and do all that. So after 5 days, I thought, I have to take it. I have to take the blood, because otherwise I die. Otherwise I cannot live. I cannot, provide for my family. And, we had a bit of a tough time and during COVID, so no money basically, because I did cultural work, capoeira teaching, and I didn't set up my finances good enough. Now we're doing that. But back then, I just had to work. They gave me a ferritin shot, so that's the precursor of forming iron, and also so that boosted my hemoglobin level a bit. And then I took the blood, and then I went from 2.1, 2.8, no 2.7, 4.2, still really low, extremely difficult, heavy stuff low. Oh my God. So what was the cause of the bleeding? It was an affected hemorrhoid that obviously caused lots of blood in the toilet. So for years and years, I just peed blood basically. Sorry for the image, but I just heard it. There was just blood coming out of my body through that hemorrhoid. So that caused it. So another way to help myself, or the doctors helped me, because they closed and fixed that hemorrhoid. So good job, doctor. The doctors, they were surprised that my heart was still functioning. I didn't have any damage to my heart. I didn't have any. It was just functioning. Like now, I'm crazily happy and thankful that I actually went to the hospital. I went to the doctor and say, well, help me, help me. The thought that can change your life, or actually almost ended my life, and hopefully you are less stubborn than I am. The thought was, I know what my health condition is. This blood loss is just because I have too much anger in my system. I know that. And therefore I don't go to the doctor, because I like alternative medicine, holistic stuff. That thought of, I know what this is. I don't need a doctor. I heal myself, because that's what I do for 10 years. And there you go. Only that thought cost me my life almost. And yeah, it's just heartbreaking, man. Literally heartbreaking. So my big life lesson here is, listen to the people around you. Be open for the possibility that your thoughts are not true, especially when it comes to your own habits, health, and when you think like black and white like me, like I'm like, no, this is right, no, this is food, this, that. So tiring. So tiring. So don't do that, okay? Listen to the people around you. And I promise my kids, my ex-wife and my parents to be less stubborn and to listen to them. Ask for advice. Check. Do research. If you still conclude you don't need a doctor, it's fine. But be open for other advice. Be open for tips for other people, from other people. When you cannot walk the stairs, when you cannot cycle or play capoeira normally, visit a doctor. All right, so we do that. It's autumn here. Winter jacket time. Autumn means winter. That's the same in Holland. Like, it also means sometimes summer. It's just confusing for non-Dutch people. Don't always believe yourself, okay? Oh my God. Now we gotta eat. Eat well. Or not. Fast. Also nice. See you. Ciao.